Hello, this is Venetia Ramsey from Scrapworx, and today I'm introducing our brand new collection called Garden Party. Capture the joy of Easter with this delightful scrapbook collection featuring vibrant pastel hues, whimsical bunny motifs, and charming garden elements. This collection is perfect for preserving your cherished memories of Easter egg hunts, family gatherings, or any other occasion. Create a timeless keepsake that celebrates the warmth and renewal of Easter with our carefully curated assortment of papers, embellishments, and designs. Okay, this collection will work if you're not too keen on the Easter. This collection will also work for other themes. You'll see now as I go through it. So this is the cover page. We have the full pack. Our full pack consists of 12 sheets of double-sided paper, 2 each of 12 designs, and then we have a bonus sheet always on the back of the front cover. Okay, I just want to make sure we're in frame. There we go. So the first pattern is very much for Easter. It's called Preserving Memories, but this could also work for any baby theme as well. So preserving memories, and then at the back of this we've got these awesome heart patterns, so perfect for Valentine's Day. This one is called Tea Party Newspaper. It has nothing, so it can really work with any collection you have. And I always love having a newspaper kind of print, or this one is more like a dictionary print in all of our collections. I think it's a nice staple adder. And then the back of this one, at the back of newspaper, is this one. It looks like eggs, but also not. It's like a watermark with all the pastel colors. This one is called Loads of Love, and again, not necessarily aimed at Easter, but you could use it for Easter or you could use it for something else. So we've tried to make it Easter, but versatile for those that don't actually scrap or celebrate Easter. So this one is called Loads of Love, and at the back of it, how awesome are these patterns? Lots of strips. You know, you always need to add a little something, and here's lots of pattern strips that can be added to your layout. Lots of little bit of something here. Right, then our first fussy cut sheet called Adventure Awaits, and this has got lots of things. The sayings lend more towards Easter, but we've got Go Fly a Kite, Memory Lane, Puddle Jumpers. Okay, family is everything, happy together, new beginnings, hello there, yesterday's memories. So even though there are things that say the hunt starts here, and we've even got spring fever, there are a few things that lend themselves to Easter. We've balanced it with stuff that is also for your everyday themes as well. Okay, and at the back of this, we have this awesome pattern. So some really nice solids to be able to work with. Then our journal cards, the cutter parts look like this. It's called Let's Have Fun. So again, this one is not Easter. This is Giggles. This one more towards your Easter, the bunnies coming through. So I think there's a good balance of the Easter and the not so Easter. And say you didn't really want to use the Easter bunny, you could easily use this side, cut apart, and make your own journal card using this side. This is probably one of my favorites, dots. Okay, and then another cut apart sheet called Spring Beauty. And these are the 3 giant tags with 2 big journal cards, or they work really nicely in mini albums. So really an awesome collection of elements being put together in a way that you can really use them they can really be used well. At the back of that, and you know me, there will always be stripes and there will always be dots in my collection. So what's nice is this can be used either like this, or you can turn it and use it going across. All right. So you will notice that with all of our patterns, we have a branding strip at the bottom, and we've added in, whether it's from the full pattern pack now or from the essentials pack, because that is becoming a bit confusing for ladies when they do their, especially the teachers, when they have to do their instructions. So now you'll know whether it comes out of your full pack or essentials pack. Right, and then what we've done is, instead of putting another branding strip here, we've just made the pattern the whole page, because sometimes you just need that little extra piece when you are cutting your backgrounds apart. So it just made more sense for us, instead of coming up with a different pattern each time, just to extend this pattern a little bit longer. It does mean you have to remember to cut off the branding strip before you start working on the back of this, if this becomes your back page. So then next up is our essentials pack. This has 8 sheets of double-sided paper, 1 of each design, so there's 16 designs in here, plus the bonus in the back cover. So the bonus is this really awesome cut apart sheet. Okay, so lots of little embellishments you can cut out. Okay, then the first pattern in this collection is called Spring Beauty. Again, could easily work for a baby themed album, or you could stick something over the bunny if that's not to your liking. You can just add a few more flowers and cover up the bunny, but the page itself perfect to use for any theme. And then that's backed with this like rainbow kind of, almost like ombre kind of effect, with there's some pink and yellow and going to the orange, blues and greens, purples, really awesome. And then this beautiful beautiful bird cage on the side here. It's just perfect. You can easily cut around here and use this as a tuck spot on your album, and it's got that awesome dictionary text coming through at the back. Right, and then oh snap, well, there we go, some dots, some dictionary, and I'm very happy. So all the colors on here coordinate really well with the patterns, so we've tried to keep them so that they blend really well, and also not only blend, but also you'll see there's some awesome contrasts. Okay, so oh snap, perfect, one of my favorites. I like the text in the background and dots. And then we did these bulk lines. Instead, we're always doing the smaller lines, so I just felt like something that needed to be big and bold. And look how awesome it works with this. So if you wanted to split the page, put this in the middle or have it on the side, it works really, really well. So the rainbow order follows the rainbow order on this one. And if you have this page in front of you, you will see it's like scratched. It's very distressed, and again a little bit of that dictionary paper coming through, but it's very, very faint. And we've really distressed this, given it a lot of distressing, so it has quite a bit of, it looks like it's textured without actually being textured. Right, the next one is called Wildflowers. Again, you would never say it's out of an Easter theme. It's got a little bit of the yellows coming through, so you see the bulky lines will work really well with it. Got the yellow and the light pinks and purples coming through with some of the greens, and again that hint of the dictionary paper coming through. And when you turn it over, lots and lots of butterflies. So again, we've tried to keep the order, the rainbow order. So if I put this next to it, you can see it kind of stays. So if you wanted to just use a strip of butterflies, you can. If you want to use it as a whole, it'll also work. All right, so it also has a little bit of distressing, and it appears to have like a texture when it really doesn't. Then this one is just also a nice plain, lots of wording on the background, so it's a nice filler, or you could use it as a background page. And this one is called Sweetheart, and it's got a little bit of everything. It's got darling, sweetie, sweetheart, adorable, kindness. So really could work for just about anything, as well as if you're wanting to a little bit of Valentine's. Right, the back of this one is like a love letter kind of thing. These shoes, these boots on the corner here are really awesome. So again, perfect for a layout of an Easter egg hunt, or just for your garden, or just any kind of summer page. This is like a heart wreath. It's really beautiful. There is a bit of an Easter egg coming through here and there, but I mean, you could easily cover it up with a flower or something like it. It's very, very subtle. If I didn't tell you that it was an Easter egg, you probably never would have guessed anyway. But there's some lines in the background with a ruler with a margin at the top and on the side. So really awesome for just journaling, if you just wanted to take the page and just journal. Right, then this tabs, flags and labels says it all. We thought we would add in lots of tabs, lots of labels and lots of tickets, and then we took some of the colors, we've gone and added some like stamps and distressing to it to make a kind of banner page out of it. So they're really these I think will come in really well. We've made them a little bit longer, so if you wanted to cut them in half and dovetail this side as well, you can get 2 out of 1 goodie. Right. Oh, and the back of this one is just plain green dots. Always dotty is always good to have. If you're not going to use everything in here, you then can use the dots. Right, this one is called Hugs and Kisses. Again, we've got all the little cut aparts for you over here. We put in a few less words and sentiments and instead added some printed titles. So we've put in the cut lines so it's nice and easy for you to cut out and add to your pages however you see fit. Right, and then the back of that's just plain solid blue. But again, we've done it so that it's nice and textured. So it looks like it's textured, but when you feel it, it's smooth. Right, happy days. This has got the two bigger journal cards and then these little squares to cut out and then journal cards at the bottom. We thought we would add little things, sentiments and little images to something. Sometimes you have a spot that you just want to fill and then one of these will work perfectly. If you don't want to use the whole sentiment, you can easily fussy cut the image that's in there. Right, and again, if you didn't want to use this whole journal card, you can just fussy cut this wreath out and use it as you want to. And then here we've got the lines with the hearts. Right, the back of this one, I couldn't choose between whether we were going to have a blue diagonal or the pink, so I thought why not put in both. Okay, so I've given you half, because you never really use a full sheet of the diagonal. Well, I don't. I always just use bits and pieces. So this is a perfect then if you only want to use the blue or only want to use a piece of the pink, but at least you get, you know, if you cut your and we've done it so that if you cut your paper in half, you know, you can use either the pink or the blue. All right, then we have another like journal page. This one's called Blue Skies, and again we've added in some smaller tags, a few goodies for fussy cutting, and then the bigger journal cards over here. So there are two that are portrait. That one is portrait, and the little bear's portrait, or three that are portrait, and the bird cage is also a portrait one, and we've added in a landscape one. Okay, and the back of this one is just a yellow plain, and also again added in that, like it's got like a burlappy kind of textury feel to it. All right, so that's the full pack and the essentials pack. Then we have the booklet. All right, so in our booklet there are 20 sheets of double-sided pattern paper and one bonus. We always do the booklets different. It always depends on what we have done in the full pack and the essentials pack, which determines what goes inside here. And we also try and pack it full of as much as we can. We can't make the booklet too big, so we have to pick and choose. So again, on the front cover there's all these goodies that you can cut out and use on your layout. And then we've got this one again. We've done some of them there's two of, and some of them there's only one of. So for this one we've got the rabbit, and again an awesome background to be able to use. And then we've backed it with this one with the birdcage and the rainbow effect, and then this awesome dot with the text behind it, and there's two of these, and this is then backed with the bulky lines like that. We have the wildflower pattern, okay, and there's two of them, and it's backed with the butterflies. Then your little sweetheart page, there's two of them, and they are backed with the heart wreath with those little boots in the corner. Then we've got this one, which you would find in the full pack, the bunny paper with the bars and another little bunny, and it's backed with the heart, okay, and I think we did two of those, we did. And then again just the plain text, and again two of those, and it's backed with that. Then from the rest, the next couple of pages, all one of. And what we've done is we've just shrunk the cut apart sheet and then backed it with that one. We've shrunk this one as well, and then it's backed with this one. We have this one over here, you can also then cut it apart so it's a little bit smaller. So now the giant tags look a bit smaller, so you could use them either in your mini album or have different sizes for your pages. And we backed it with the lines, and look how cute the labels, tabs, flags and tickets look shrunk a bit. It's really awesome. So now you could put a big label and a small label on your page. It gives you that option, and we leave them blank so that you can stamp or add in your own sentiments as you feel. And that's just backed with the dot. And then we've shrunk down this page as well and gives you some fussy cutting. are a tiny bit small, but I'm sure if you have the patience, you can cut them out. I would sit and fussy cut all of this out. The wording is big enough to read, but small enough to go into your mini albums or onto your cards or anything like that. And then that's just backed with a plain blue. And then this one as well, we've just shrunk it as well. And then we've got the smaller cards and the small little squares, which will work really well for everything. And then that's just backed with your diagonal paper. We again did half and half. And then you've got this one with the journal pages and the little tags at the bottom here. All right, and backed with the blue. And then of course we had to add in the little tickets because these are really awesome. And again, I know that they are very much lend themselves towards Easter quite heavily, but I mean, it is an Easter collection and these are really perfect to add to your layouts. Right, and then that's backed with this awesome line paper. I mean, this pattern paper with all the lines with the strips of pattern it's really awesome to be able to add that little something to your page. Okay, so our booklets measure 20 centimeters across by 20 centimeters down, so they're perfect for your mini albums. Right, and then to make it I'm going to just put this one because I want to showcase the next piece. Right, we've only done one laser cut grey board for this collection. Okay, it's called, the laser cut is called This Moment, and the one title is You Make Me Happy, and it's joined. The Remember This we've kept separate. We've got Happy Moment, but if you cut this off over here and you just cut this little joining strip off, you can get Remember This Moment or Happy Easter. Okay, so you can change the titles to suit your page, so you're not stuck with just Happy Moment. You can easily make a bigger and a longer title. All right, and you could say Remember This Easter. We've done it in a way, the only one that we've welded together is You Make Me Happy. The rest you can cut apart and use to make up your own titles. All right, then for this collection we're introducing something a little bit new. We'll see what the reaction is and if it's worth it for us to do. So we have done our own little laser cut embellishment pack. So there's 90 pieces in this pack, right? We have cut them out of the same paper that we use to print our patterns on. So the weight of these embellishments are the same as the paper. They're not too thin and they're not too thick. Right, what we've done, I've opened up a pack here so that you can see nicely. Okay, so what we've done is we have printed them so that they mirror. So you've got one that faces into the left, one that faces into the right, and if you wanted to use them in your album and put back them, you can attach them to each other and they will be perfectly mirrored. So for those ladies that want things that hang off the edge of your page like this, and then you're thinking, okay, when I turn over now, how do I cover the back of this? This then works perfectly. Right, so if you wanted to use this in your mini album and you need something, it will then back it perfectly like that. Right, so we've done that. Besides doing it, like not all of them, but we've gone through and selected some images. We've done big and some we've done small. It's, you know, we want to get as much as we can in, so we don't want too much repetition. But where possible, we've done bigger and smaller cut apart. So if I put it like that, you can see. Right, and this one has a friend, it's somewhere in there. So this is what we've done the little flowers and what looks like a mason jar, and then we did it big. So again, these two, we've mirrored them so that you have the option to stick them together. And I find sometimes when I am creating a scrapbook page that, for example, this, I would maybe want to put it somewhere else and I want it to be facing the other way. I want this arrow in and this one out, and then it's almost impossible to do that. So we've taken into consideration that if you wanted to scrap and have this in the corner, you don't want this facing out, so you have the option to put the one that's facing in. It just helps a little bit with designing and balancing your pages. A small little thing, but something that bugs me, that everything always, like you often get those fingers that point and they all point in the same direction, but you sometimes want it to point the other way. So yeah, so we've done it so that it mirrors. If you're not happy with the white border, because that's the only way we can do this for now, as maybe once we get smarter we can add in a color bleed, but for now we're only smart enough to put in the white border. You can cut off that white border quite easily. It didn't take long, it's quick and it's easy, and I think because it's off the page already, it makes it much easier to cut out the little border if you didn't like the white border. So inside here there are the flowers, there's bunnies, there's more flowers. We've done some, look at that cute little duck, there's the teddy bears. What else? We've done some flowers. There's the Easter train. So there's lots of difference in sizes as well. We've got the flowers. What else? There's a barn, and we've even done some wreaths. So on the back of the packaging is a print out. I'm just putting it so that there's not too much glare of exactly what's in here. So we were able to get approximately 9 images cut on a page, and there's the 9, and then underneath it will be its friend. So this gives you an idea of, to show that it's mirrored. So this bunny faces this way and its partner is over here. So this gives you a good idea of what you can expect to find in this embellishment pack. And there you go. Concludes the walkthrough of our garden party collection. We hope that you've enjoyed seeing what we have to offer and that you will be inspired to create. If you are wanting to purchase the collection, you will need to contact your local retailer, or for wholesale inquiries, you will need to contact the art. Thank you for watching.